Okay. Yeah. So guys, okay. So welcome back to the basics of Java session. So guys, yesterday we saw array list and then we saw linked list, right? So today we'll be seeing hash set. We'll see the session is on hash set. Now, again, just a recap. So array list and one second, wait. Okay. So array list and linked list, they both were extending from which class, which interface, I would say. They both were extending from list, right? Now we have set interface. So basically, we have the main collection as iterable, main interface as iterable, and then we have collections. Within collection, we have set. So now we are moving towards hash set. Okay. So one basic thing is, again, as I said, each and every class, or each and every mechanism which we have in collections, it is basically to create a collection wherein we can store elements, that is the main purpose of all these things. Okay. Now Java hash set is uses a concept of hashing. There is a mechanism called as hashing, and Java hash set uses that particular mechanism. Now using hashing means what, right? So whenever I say we add something, right? When we say we have created list, right? So we say list dot add and then we add something. Okay, that is an element. But for in hashing concept, for each and every element we specify a key. But in hash set we are not saving key value pair. We are saving that in hash map. Okay, hash set also uses the concept of hashing, but while adding, we are only adding the element and we are not adding the key. Okay. Now there are some distinct features which I'm just giving you a one-liner in this, and then we'll see this in practical as well. In terms of unique elements, it contains only unique elements. And it will allow you null value. So let's start quickly with, let me create one class. Okay, this is specific to hash set. Okay. So now what we'll do is, let's see. Okay, let me create it here. So basically, in the end, I can share you the code. So let everything remain in the same package. That's it. And just delete this. Okay. So now, first thing is we can have main method. Okay, this is clear, right? Now, what we will do is we will create one more method. I would say method, and we'll say hash set method. This can be any name, right? You know all these things now, guys. So this can be any name. Now, first thing, how do you create an hash set? First thing is, how do you create an hash set? So simple. So a recap. How did we create an array list? We said array. We said array list. And I said string. This is of type string, and say list is equals to new array list. Okay, this is the provision to create an array list. Okay, this is a provision to create array list. Now I'll create one hash set. So again, I'll say hash set. Everything comes in java.util package. Okay, I'll say string because I want to save element of string, and I can say set is equal to new hash set. Simple. I'll say hash set is equals to new hash set. Guys, this is set. This can be list as well. Okay. So this, I'm just naming it so that we are dealing with hash set. So to be a familiar name. Okay. Now, when you click on this, first step is to click on this and let's see. This is a class. Okay. This is a class hash set. And this is now implementing set. But when you click on array list, array list. This is implementing list. Okay, guys, remember? So list is also an interface and set is also an interface. So previously what we were saying is we saw array list and we saw linked list. These are all implementing list interface. Now we have moved from list to set. Okay, the entire interface is changed. So when we were studying linked list, we were already in list. We were already in list interface, just that we have moved from array list to linked list. But now the implementation itself is changed. Okay, now we are implementing set interface. Okay. Now, okay, so now we have created, so again, most of the things will remain the same. For example, if you want to add something, these all things we have done, right? So we'll go quickly on this. Okay, let's not spend time on all these things. Add, you can simply say set.add, and again, you can write something, say ABC. Then what is the next step? Next step is to print. Next step is to print. Let's try to print this directly. Let's see. Print. Okay, again, you'll have to call this method. Okay, you'll have to call this method. Okay, and when I say print, it's printing ABC, Ajay. It's printing ABC, Ajay. Now, did you observe one thing? Okay, let me add one more element. Then you might be able to observe. Let's say XYZ. Okay, let me print. Can you observe one thing, guys? The way I'm adding the element and the way it's printing the element is different, right? It's different. Exactly not the same where I was adding the element. But in list, when we were dealing with list, when you add an element and when you print, it was printing in the same pattern. That means the insertion order, like when you are inserting an element, there was an order maintained. So when you insert A, then you insert B, then you insert C. And when you print, you'll get A, B, C. Okay. But in hash set, insertion order is not maintained. So make a point of this, guys. This is one of the point. Hash set doesn't maintain the insertion orders. Okay. So here elements are inserted on the basis of their hash code. So this has something with the hashing concept, but not with the indexes, right? At the 0th location, you can have this, first location this. So when you say add A, add B, add C, it will not print in the same order because there is no insertion order maintained. Okay, and because of this, because of the concept of hashing, this is mostly very popular when we are dealing with search. So if you have a list wherein if you your main motto is to perform search on that particular list, then hash set and hash map are very popular. Okay, so one thing we have covered, how to add an element, and we have also seen that printing is random. And because, why is it random? Because insertion order is not maintained. Clear, guys? Now let's move forward. Now, what is the difference between list and set? Again, list can contain duplicate elements. Okay, this is also a point, guys. Make a note. List can contain duplicate elements. Okay, okay, guys. What I'll do is, I think we have seen, but just to relate something, let me add Ajay. Let me add Ajay, and I'll just quickly copy this. Okay, won't and list. Okay, this we have already seen, guys, so I won't take much time. List. Okay, so Ajay, guys, in the list we have added two elements, two duplicate elements, I would say. Now let's try the same over here. Simply copy and paste. Okay, let's see. No, ABC, XYZ, Ajay. There is two duplicate elements, but hash set is not allowing you to add duplicate elements. Again, guys, here if you see, list maintains order. Second point is no duplicates allowed. Okay, but in list it is allowed. Okay, guys, clear? Okay. Now what is the next point? We have added something, and again iterating. This we have printed the entire list, or you can say entire set. If you want to print a specific element of this particular set, what we can do, guys, the simplest way I will tell you is for each. The simplest mechanism to print all the elements in for each. You have to do nothing. It's much simpler than for loop as well. if you simply write for each, we can also use this one, iterate over collection, iterate over array, temporary variable, but for each, it's one of the best and very simple. You have to do nothing. And now just print this element. That's it. Just one liner. Print this element. See, ABC, XYZ, and Ajay. Because this I have explained to you before, just a quick recap. This set contains all the elements. And when I say string, for each, means for each element in this set, get that element assigned to string and print that string. Okay. So it will go here, it will say, it will pick up first element, not first, but it will pick up one element, assign it to string, print. Pick up second, assign to string, print. Okay, guys, this is the way of printing. There are other mechanisms as well, right? You know, there are 5 to 6 ways wherein you can print. You can use for loop, simple for loop. This was for each. You can use iterator. Okay, there are many. You can use lambda function. There are many ways. But since you have seen all these, so we are not covering the same thing again in this session. Okay. For iterator, you know, right? For iterator, how we can use? We can use iterable. Okay. We can use iterator. Sorry. We can use iterator. There is a class iterator. Okay. And you can say string. Which method I'm using? I'm using string. Okay. So you can write any name. So set is already used. So let me write IT or so anything. And you can define. So which is my set? This is my set. And you can say set dot iterator. Okay. Set dot iterator. And here I can use while, but with an iterator. I'm using iterator. Okay. I'm using iterator, and you can simply print. You can simply print it.next. Nothing to do all this. You can simply print. The element is it.next. Simple. Guys, this is, we have already covered this. Okay, we have already covered this. So let's move ahead now. This was just to show you that we can use iterator as well. And this is for each. Okay. Now again, there's one more thing. How do you remove an element? How do you remove a specific element from hash set? Again, we have remove function. Okay. And you can just simply specify ABC. Okay. You can just simply specify the value from where you want to remove. Then I'll say print my set. I want to see if the value is removed or no. ABC is removed. Okay, guys, clear? ABC is removed. Now, one more thing. How do you add all the elements from one set to another set? Okay, so hash set of type string, and I'll say set1 is equal to new hash set. Clear? Okay, and in this I can add, I can say simply add, okay, something one. Okay, I'll copy and paste so that we don't waste a lot of time. And which is my main list, main set, I would say. This is my main set. And I can have a method as add all. And this is my set1. Clear? Now all the elements in set1 will get added to set. Okay. Now let me print first set1. Okay. And then I'll say, let me print my set. Simple. So there was something one, something two was added in set one, and the same. This was my original list. This was the second list. Now these two elements have been added into my original list. So this is the new list. Okay. I'm going a little fast, guys. Some of the people who are attending for the first time might find it a bit difficult. But yeah, once you watch the previous videos and then when you practice, it would be very simple. Okay. So we have seen this. Again, you can remove all the elements. Okay, you can remove all the elements. And last, we can say st. What was the thing? Set1. We have set1 dot clear. I'll just clear. We don't have set1. Okay, we have. Right? So set1. Clear means it will clear all the elements. So there is nothing in set1 now. Okay, there is nothing in set1. Okay. Now there's one more thing, guys. So this can be done from array list to hash set and from hash set to array list. Now let's assume we already have one array list, right? Let me print that. We already have one array list. Okay. This is my array list. Okay, so it has both the same name. Let me change. Okay, so I'll say Ajay M. Okay, so I have Ajay and I have Ajay M. This is in array list. This is in array list. Now I want to, let's assume, okay, let's assume that I want to convert it into a hash set. I want to convert this into a hash set. So for example, you have an integrated project, right? You have an integrated project and there are some piece of some piece of code or package or class. They have written some code and they are returning that particular code into, they are actually sending you in an array list. But in your particular class, you are actually dealing with hash set, right? You are performing some operations and you want to use hash set, but they are sending you in list. So you have to convert that list into your hash set. You have to convert that list into your hash set. So what are the ways? Okay, so let's say I'll say hash set. Okay, hash set. I'll say string. Okay, is equals to. Okay, I'll name this. I have already named. So let's say. Okay, let me name it as converted set. Okay, this is my converted set. Okay, and I'll say new what? New hash set, but it says collection. You want to, if you want, you can have a collection inbuilt. Okay, so now what this will do, this will get all the elements from list and it will get it over in converted set. So converted set is a variable of hash set. Now when I, let's say I'll print converted set. Okay, simply Ajay and Ajay M. But again, if you see here, the insertion order is maintained, but here the insertion order is not maintained. As you convert from list to hash set, the conversion order is not, sorry, the insertion order is not maintained. Okay, guys, clear? Okay, so this we saw, and again, now if you want, you can use this converted set dot add, and you can add something like new element over here. Okay, you can add new element over here. See, you can add new element. Okay. Okay, so guys, these are all the basics of hash set. Okay, there is one more important concept, hash map, which we'll not be taking today. Okay, we'll have a separate session for hash map as well. Okay, so as I said, just a quick bullet pointer, so you can see hash set is storing the element based on hashing. Okay, storing the values, the pointers. Okay, let me keep this pointer control X. Let me say over. Okay, so it's storing in hashing. Concept used is hashing. Okay, it is allowing you null value. Yes, allow null value is equals to yes. Okay, but it allows you null value, but in terms of duplicate elements is equals to no duplicate elements. You cannot have duplicate element, and this is best used for search operations. Okay, right? Best used for search operations. Okay, so we have covered the hash set. Okay, it is extending from set. I'll just quickly. So guys, any queries in this? You guys can unmute yourself. So this is more or less quite similar to array list and linked list, which we saw yesterday and day before yesterday. So
Yes,
yeah, anyone?
Sir, I didn't get that conversion.
Okay, yeah, who is this?
This is Manju.
Okay, yeah, so sorry, I was on mute. Yeah, so Manju. So basically we created a list, right? So yesterday or day before yesterday or any time, let's assume you have a list. And this is my, where is my list? Okay, this is my list. I'm printing my list. Okay, now let's say if you want to convert a list into hash set, you want to convert a list into an hash set. Okay, so list is another like mechanism to store elements. In a similar fashion, hash set is another mechanism, right? These are two different mechanisms, two different provisions to store elements. But let's say if you want to convert your list to hash set, then you can use this particular method. So guys, okay, so see, let's say this is your list, okay? This is clear, right? You have a list with some elements, okay? Now, when I say hash set and I say of type string, okay, and let this be set 3 is equals to new hash set of type string, okay. When I say this particular line, what will this do? This will create a new hash set as set 3 and it will be empty. It will be empty. But if you pass a parameter over here, list, or any variable which is of type list, then a new set 3 will be created and all the elements from this list will be stored in set 3. Okay? All the elements of the list will be stored in set 3. So now when you print set 3, you will get all the elements from the list. Okay? See, this was your list and this is your set 3. Now is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Ajay.
Okay.